Longtime viewers will know we refer to Colin Cowherd sometimes as Crazy Uncle Colin because he just says stuff. And he's at it again. Take a listen to his AFC predictions and the Browns win total. It changes a little bit.
I think Baltimore and Cleveland at 11-6, the number feels right. They'll split the games they face one another. And I feel pretty solidly about both. I think they're two of the top 4 teams, maybe top 5 teams in the AFC. Add Buffalo, Kansas City.
Little tough at the top. I'll take Baltimore 11-6 over Cleveland 10-7, Steelers 8-9, Cincinnati 6-11. For the record, I think Cincinnati will be a very competitive 6-11. I think it's a pretty tough division. I took Baltimore over Cleveland for a couple reasons. One, I feel that Baltimore has a quarterback who's won 80% of his games. He keeps getting better every year. I feel they were a really good team that just added pieces that fit in nicely and seamlessly. With Cleveland, I'm a little worried that the movie poster, OBJ, Clowney, is better than the movie itself. They've got a new secondary. I think they could be choppy a little bit in September. In April, Sheldon Richardson, a very good interior lineman, was a cap casualty. They bring in Clowney, who, again, can be explosive, but disappears in big games. Sheldon Richardson is a man. He's gone. I don't love that. Again, this could be an amendment. I want to see the preseason. The Browns have the best offensive line in football, and it is hard not to make the playoffs with the best offensive line in football, and it's no joke. It may not be as good as Dallas about 5 years ago, where you got 3 Hall of Famers, but it is good. So, and I don't buy Pittsburgh. The offensive line now has regressed badly. They got a bunch of good defensive players. They've had that for 10 years. They've had a good defense for 10 years. That's never the issue. Can they get their act going offensively? That's the AFC North.
Doug, there are some fair points there, but how'd they lose the game? That was like within the span of a week. They lost a game.
Well, he was asleep for the first one. Why, if you have a big fancy show that's on TV and radio, then why are you like in your pajamas doing Instagrams or whatever? I don't even know what that is. Is that extra content that people need? It's like, oh, I just woke up. Browns will win like 10 games. I don't know. He's a very professional broadcaster. He didn't even shave for that one.
Yeah.
I always shave for you, Dave. That's just part of being on the show, man. So I don't know. That's the thing. I do think you have to be consistent in your picks. I don't yell. I remind all of our pickers, like on Ohio State and stuff, it's like when you're going on radio shows and whatever, it's like whatever you say somewhere, that's your pick. Right. You can't pick Ohio State to beat somebody by 21 on a radio show in Nebraska, and then when we pick it on cleveland.com, you pick them to win by 35. It's like your pick's your pick. So I do always reserve the right, this is what we say now. People want picks. It's fun. It's what we do. Yep. It's entertainment. But once you see camp and stuff, and once you've gathered more information, you can say, you know what? I'm changing what I think. That's just being smart. But I think he was just asleep. I think he was, it might have been a dream state for the first one.
So that was like the midnight pick, like when he was going to the refrigerator to get something to eat at like midnight, put on the thing and do the pick before he had to turn on to the Browns not as good as everybody thinks shtick. Is that what we Is that what we got there?
And he woke up and he was like, oh, wait, that's that thing I do. What's the thing I do? Yeah. Where I always think the Browns stink and I have to rip them. Yeah. Listen, I just think like 10-7, that's like a lot going wrong. Yeah. I think, it's one of those things that's like when you're now the analysis of like, well, they have a lot of new good players and I don't know how they're going to play together. It's like, yeah, getting all those good players, that really screws a team up, doesn't it? So I don't know.
They overhauled that defense that let, Ben Roethlisberger throw for 600 yards in a loss, but boy, they're going to regress. All right.